It's joke, no joke, no joke. I It's joke, no joke, no joke. I What up? Choke, no joke. I'm here. I know y'all want us to go through the Epstein paperwork. I know you do. I know you do. Choke, no joke. I am in the building. You know what I mean? I am here. Y'all know what we here for. Y'all know what we came to do. Y'all want to see the Epstein joints? I got it. Let's get to it. Choke, no joke. Let's get the show started. You already know. Let's put it up.
No palm tree the trees and the palms of dealers and fiends. Late night roam the streets. Weed is weaker, but it's cheaper. Not many chicks frontin' like divas. Out west, every chick's a model like Eva, and you know I'm far from believing her. So I'm G'ing her like she G'ing me. Banging in LA is a different thing. At the end, you either dead on the bang, getting out, doing better things. On Sunset, where they hang. Hollywood, where they hustle for change. Times Square here, it's the same. No matter where you go, you'll find a lane. On the west, they kick it with Kane. On the east, trees the social thing. East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your glasses, take a toast. If you rap, East Coast. When I'm on the west and I'm doing my thing, don't offer me coke or your nose I bang. Friends don't offer other deadly things. Thanks for the hospitality, we'll still hang. I won't judge you, leave me as I came. On the road to success, top of the game. Eat all the finer things in the food chain. Teach my kids to do the same. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your glasses, take a toast. If you rap, East Coast. Gotta love life, they offer wonderful things. Being to travel is a privileged thing. Came back to the east, air wasn't fresh. Streets filled with trash, various people in the eye. It's easy to tell who's upper middle class. Police and racism, same as crash. Back to where they not social, where they less vocal. When they don't know you, be careful, show you around the East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, East Coast, whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Pop your bottles and toss the cork. If you rap, West Coast. Both coasts are known to give you fame. Got paparazzis playing cameras your way. Got you bobbing and weaving like Cassius Clay. Most thugs turn Muslim in older days. Change their name to Allah they pray. Probably till they decay. This go out to the east and west. For Big and Pop, y'all let's connect. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. You can't get the West without the ES. So it's manifested that we connect. You know what it is. Choke, no joke. Learn from mistakes, baby. You know what it is. Greg on the track. Rest in peace, baby. Either war, we here now.
Choke, no joke, chicky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke, chicky choke, no joke. Was good, was good. How y'all living out there? Ladies, how y'all living? Like Robin Givens? I should be off Instagram punishment now, right? I think I'm off Instagram punishment. Let me check. I'm back on Instagram. Instagram. Choke no joke. I'm off Instagram punishment. I'm live on YouTube. Live on YouTube. Live on X or Twitter. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. What up, y'all? What up? Choke no joke. You already know. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on the holiday. You just tuned in with the legendary videographer, producer, director, the one choking, choke no joke, BX on, NYC on, I, ATL on, Dallas on, Cali on, international on. I'm everybody. Wherever I lay my hat is my home. Wherever I lay my condom is my home. And when she busts, oh. Joke, no joke. Where I lay my condoms, my home. I'm officially off Instagram. Punishment. Thank you, finally. Yeah, bitches, niggas Instagram. Right? So, Choke No Joke, you already know. If you didn't know, Choke No Joke on TikTok. All right? Choke No Joke official on Instagram. Choke No Joke off the D. Austin the third on YouTube. All right? Rumble, Choke No Joke. Truth, Choke No Joke. Yeah, I'm even on the Donald Trump Truth app. You know what I mean? I'm all around. I'm all around. All right? I'm in the building. I see who was first up in here. I know my usual suspects ain't up in here. They sleeping. Jonathan Lou's first up in the building. Shard up in the building. Monique Easton, 20 twin up in here. Leland in the building. Rochelle, AC, TJ, Grace, Miss A. Matthews. You know she in the building. Outlaw 24. All right, Mac, what up? G-Vo. All right, humbled up. Yeah, kids. Jimmy McFly. Oh, I'm surprised. Most of y'all usually be in bed at this time. Nappy Image, what up? AG the Great. Courtney O, Cinnamon. All right, I'm seeing a lot of new ones in here. It's probably because of the time zone. They probably catching me for the first time live late. All right. Juanita, what up? Mouse, what up? YB, too big for skinny jeans. All right. Mike Miggity. Y'all all in here. Y'all all in here. All right. The Goose Show, where you been at? She Rocks, ran through it all. Truth be told, DC in the building. Chef Curry, what up? Outlaw 24. Shout out to you, C Meek. All right. Over on Instagram. Vegas for life. What up? I see you. Dimples. What up, Dimples? Don't smile on me. Don't smile on me, Dimples. All right. Choke no joke. Y'all already know. I know what you're here for. I know what you're here for. Main dangers in the building. Okay? I know what you're here for. I know what you're here for. Steve O, what up? All right. Lisa Abdullah. All right. Let's go. Vegas for life. I appreciate the love. Queens native was good. Was good. Lisa Abdullah. Tell him how you feel about them. All right. Frank, what up? All right. So there's so many files that has been released. You really don't know where to start, right? So I thought the most interesting would be to start off with Ghislane Maxwell, being that she's still alive, being that her trial wasn't public, so we didn't get to see everything, and then everything was sealed, so we couldn't hear what was said in the courtroom. So I think that going through that part of the case where they get to ask her questions and her deposition, which is I started going through it. It is like, yo, let me tell you something, man. White people with lawyers seem to be a little bit different from black people with lawyers. Unless we just don't be, well, this lady, she on a submarine. Excuse me. She on a submarine, so she got different kind of paper. But the way that she is answering these questions in court and shit, and in the depositions with her lawyer, I'm like, yo, who the F is her lawyer? Like, Puff need to go get her lawyer. Because, yo, when I tell you, well, y'all gonna see it. Let's get into it, all right? Maxine Jackson, what up? The distinguished gentleman, what up? Man, none of these goddamn documents ain't no joke. All right, let's start with this one here. And these came out today, right? All right. And I will show you the date so you can see that it came out today. Instagram, y'all want to see, y'all going to definitely have to come on to YouTube. But if you don't care to see the words, I'm going to be reading this. So you can stay right here. Right? So as y'all can see the date, right? Filed the 1st, the 3rd, the 24th, right? January 3rd, 2024. The Honorable Loretta A. Prescott, District Court Judge, pursuant to the court's December 18th, 2023 unsealing order, the following conferral with defendant plaintiff files this set of documents ordered unsealed. The filing of these documents ordered unsealed will be done on a rolling basis until completed. The filing also excludes documents pertaining to those 105, see December 28th, 2023, email correspondence with Chambers, 107 At 110, while the court's review of these documents is ongoing. So let's move on. Exhibit number 4. This was an email, I guess, sent from Ghislane Maxwell. I'm going to assume that's her email address, gmax1 at elainemax.com. I am out of my depth to my understanding, defamation, and other legal hazards, and don't want to end up in a lawsuit aimed at me from anyone if I can't help it. Apparently, even saying Virginia is a liar has it. I have never been in a suit, criminal or civil, and wanted to stay that way. I wonder if she's sending this to her lawyers, Philip Barden and Ross Gow. This is January 10th, 2015, y'all. And there's all these shits that was said. Hold on. Marlon, what up, Marlon? So, I'm throwing me some coffee on. Y'all see me yawning and shit, but, you know, I got to love y'all. So, I'm going to come on and read this, all right, until I get tired. But it's past my bedtime already. You see the gray in my bed, you know what I mean? It's past my bedtime. The U.S. lawyers for the Jane Does are following additional discovery motions, and if I speak, I open myself to being a part of the discovery. Apparently, I'm trying to stay out of litigation, not have to employ lawyers for years as I get lost in the U.S. legal nightmare. I stand no legal risk currently on these old charges and civil suits against Jeffrey. We need to consult with U.S. lawyers on any statement I make and the complaints too. Perhaps we make a statement of the legal risk of saying anything for potential defamation or something that prevents a full and frank detailed rebuttal, plus the press not being the place for that. Regardless, Philip, please call me. No, Philip, please call Jeffrey lawyer and see what you can understand from him and perhaps craft something in conjunction with him. Either way, I think you need to speak to him to understand my risk so you can help me understand it. To make cooks and too many cooks in the kitchen and I can't make a good decision. Please reach out to him today. Plus, I have already suffered such a terrible and painful loss over the last few days, and I can't even see what life after press here even looks like. Statements that don't address all just lead to more questions. What is my relationship to Clinton, Andrew, and on and on? Let's rest till Monday. I need headspace. Damn. These motherfuckers knew they was guilty, bro. Shit. And you see how they this was redacted? They couldn't even show this. Look, confidential. That shit, that's crazy. Why does that even need to be confidential? All right, so Virginia L. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, G, versus Ghislane Maxwell. Plaintiff's motion to compel defendant to answer deposition questions filed under seal. Plaintiff Virginia G by and through Her undersigned counsel hereby files this motion to compel defendant to answer deposition questions. During her recent deposition, defendant refused to answer numerous questions about allegedly adult sexual activity related to Jeffrey Epstein. Because this activity is highly relevant to this case, defendant should be ordered to answer questions about it. As the court is aware, this defamation case involves Ms. G assertions that she and other females were recruited by the defendant to be sexually abused by Jeffrey Epstein under the guise of being massage therapists. See complaint D1 at blah, blah, blah. Describes Maxwell's role as one of the main women who Epstein used to picture underage girls for sexual activities and primary co-conspirators and participant in his sexual abuse and sex trafficking scheme. In response to those assertions, defendant has made the sweeping claim that Ms. G assertions are entirely false and entirely untrue. Number one, defendant has labeled her entire deposition transcript as confidential at this time. Counsel for the parties conferred at the deposition regarding answering questions. Yet her deposition, defendant refused to answer any questions that she constructed as having something to do with consensual adult sex. Defense counsel supported that position that, frankly, that's none of your business, and I instruct the witness not to answer. See declarations of Sigrid S. McCauley at exhibit of Maxwell Depot, blah, blah, blah. All right. The result was that a number of points throughout her deposition, the defendant refused to answer questions about subjects integral and what is that word? Integral. Oh, these shits is fucking PDF. To the lawsuit, including questions about what the alleged massage therapists were doing at Jeffrey Epstein's house and the sexual nature of those massages. For example, defendant refused to answer questions about whether she had given Jeffrey Epstein a massage. Question: have you ever given Jeffrey Epstein a massage? Mr. Pabaluga, and I guess that's Ghislane Maxwell's lawyer. Objection to the form foundation. I'm going to instruct you not to answer that question, Maxwell. I don't have any problem with you asking questions about the subject, what the subject matter of the lawsuit is, which would be, as you termed it, sexual trafficking of Mrs. Roberts. To the extent you are asking for information related to any consensual adult interaction between my client and Mr. Epstein, I'm going to instruct her not to answer because it's not part of the litigation and it is her private confidential information, not subject to this deposition. And then the other lawyer, the girl's lawyer, says, you can instruct her not to answer. That is your right, but I will bring her back for another deposition because it's part of the subject matter of this litigation. So she should be answering these questions. This is a civil litigation deposition, and she should be responsible for answering these questions. Ghislane lawyer responds, Mr. P, I disagree. And you understand the bounds that I put on it. Well, Mrs. M says, no, I don't. I will continue to ask my questions and you can continue to make your objections. Did you participate from the time period of 1992 to 2009? Did you ever participate in a massage with Jeffrey Epstein and another female? Mr. P, objection. Do not answer that question. Again, to the extent you're asking for some sort of illegal activity as you've constructed, as you construed and connection with this case. I don't have any problem with you asking that question to the extent of these questions involve consensual acts between adults. Frankly, they're none of your business, and I will instruct the witness not to answer. Mrs. M. This case involves sexual trafficking, sexual abuse. Questions about her having interactions with other females is relevant to this case. She needs to answer these questions. I'm instructing her not to. Then we will be back here again. Defendant's participation in massages with Epstein is a central part of this case. Ms. G has explained that during her first sexual encounter with Jeffrey Epstein, it was defendant who provided instruction on how to do it and how to turn the massage into a sexual event. Obviously, proof that the defendant had previously massaged Epstein includes massages with sexual component. Will provide important corroboration for Ms. G testimony at trial. And proof that the defendant was involved in massages will further help prove that statements to the press that Virginia's allegations were obvious lies was itself an obvious lie. As an example, defendant refused to answer questions about her knowledge that Joanna Soberg was hired to work for Epstein and provided massages. In a police report, Joanna admitted that Maxwell recruited her to work for Epstein. See McCauley Declaration at Exhibit number 3. Police report indicating that Joanna was recruited by Maxwell. Yet, during the defendant's deposition, she refused to answer questions regarding Joanna Soberg. Do you know what task Joanna was hired to perform? She was tasked to answer telephones. Did you ever ask her to rub Jeffrey's feet? I believe that I have read that, but I don't have no memory of that. Did you ever tell Joanna that she would get extra money if she provided Jeffrey massages? I was always happy to give career advice to the people, and I think that becoming somebody in the healthcare profession, either exercise instructor or nutritionist or professional massage therapist, is an excellent job opportunity. Hourly wages are 7, 8, and 9. As a professional healthcare provider, you can earn somewhere between, as we have established, 100 to 200. And to be able to travel and have a job that pays, that is a wonderful job opportunity. So in the context of advising people for the opportunities for work, it is possible that I would have said that she should explore that as an option. Did you tell her she would get extra money if she massaged Jeffrey? I'm just saying, I cannot recall the exact conversation. I give career advice, and I have done that. Did you ever have Joanna massage you? I did. How many times? I don't recall how many times. Was there sex involved? No. Did you ever have a sexual contact with Joanna? Mr. P, the lawyer, object to the Foreman Foundation. You need to give me an opportunity to get in between these questions. Anything that involves consensual sex on your part, I'm instructing you not to answer. Did you ever have sexual contact with Joanna? Again, she is an adult. I'm asking you, did you ever have sexual contact with Joanna? I've just been instructed by my lawyer not to answer. On what basis? You have to ask my lawyer. Here again, this information is critical to the case. Among other things, these questions are designed to show a modus operandi for Epstein and Maxwell, specifically how they recruited for a non-sexual massage that a non-sexual massage then converted the massage into sexual activities. One last illustration comes from the defendant's refusal to answer about her knowledge of Epstein's sexual interests during massages. Does Jeffrey Epstein like to have his nipples pinched during sex encounters like Snoop Dogg? You remember that little chick said Snoop liked his nipples being pinched and shit? That shit was hilarious. Does Jeffrey like to have his nipples pinched during sexual intercourse, sexual encounters? Objection to form and foundation. I'm not referring to any advice on my counsel. I'm not talking about any adult sexual things when I was with him. When Jeffrey would have a massage, would he request that the masseuse pinch his nipples while he was having a massage? I'm not talking about anything with consensual adult situations. While Epstein himself might also provide answers to these questions, it appears likely that he will assert his Fifth Amendment privilege regarding his sexual activities. Accordingly, Ms. G must pursue questioning of Maxwell to obtain information on this subject. Here again, information about Epstein's sexual, I don't know what the hell that word is. What is that? Idiocracies? Let me look that word up. Right up. Idiosyncrasies. What the fuck is that word? A strange or an unusual habit, way of behaving, or a feature that someone or something has. Idiosyncrasy. 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 Never heard of that word. Okay. Idiosyncrasy. Any information about Epstein's sexual idiocracy will provide important corroboration to Mrs. G's testimony that she had sexual interactions of identical nature with Epstein. These refusals are not isolated incidents. Instead, similar refusal to answer questions occur repeatedly through the deposition. Hold on, let me get my coffee. I smell it. right. I'm back with my black coffee. Now, for all those that want a flat stomach, you want your stomach to be flat quick, drink black coffee. All right? Trust me. No sugar, no cream, just black. And watch your stomach go. All right. These refusals are not isolated. I read that part. The court should compel defendant to answer all these questions in addition to the specific points made above. The big picture here reveals how vital such discovery is. At the core of Mrs. G's allegations is the allegation that the defendant lured her into a sexual situation with the offer of a job making money as a massage therapist, that Epstein always habitually tried to turn massages into sex. This was a modus operandi and plan all along. And that Maxwell recruited other females for an what is that word? Ostentance? What the fuck is that word? I don't know what that word is either. What does that mean? Ostensibly, which means apparently or purportedly, but perhaps not actually. Ostensibly. Proper position, such as a therapeutic masseuse, with the knowledge that the intent for that person would be pressured to provide sexual gratification to Epstein. As a result, Epstein's use of massages for sexual purposes is a central part of this case. And defendant's role in those massages and knowledge of the purpose of those massages is a critical piece of evidence showing her state of mind when she attacked Ms. G's assertion as entirely untrue. Ms. G intends to prove at trial that the defendant knew full well sexual purpose for which she was recruiting females, including underage females like Ms. G. Ms. G is entitled to explore the defendant's knowledge of the sexual activities that took place under the guise of massages. Otherwise, defendant will be able to portray the jury in an inaccurate picture of what's happening at Epstein's house with nothing more than a run-of-the-mill massage therapy. Vary of which sexual acts they performed. It varied depending on how much time some massage therapists charge more and some charge less. The defendant's refusal to answer questions about alleged adult consensual sex also blocks Ms. G from seeking legitimate discovery in this case. By refusing to answer questions about her and Epstein's sexual activities with alleged adults, defendant is essentially given the ability to refuse to answer any sexual questions she does not wish to answer. Defendant simply has to deem the question as involving consensual adult sex and no need to be given. The result is to leave Ms. G with no way of exploring the identity of these alleged adults, the ages of these adults, and indeed whether they were adults at all. This allows defendant to claim that she was unaware of any sexual activities involving underage females, because she claims the only sexual activities she was aware involved adults. The only sexual activities she was aware involved adults. The court should compel Ms. Maxwell to answer all questions about her knowledge relating to sexual activities with Epstein and other females while at Epstein's various homes. C, Fed, R, Crim, P, blah, 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 a bunch of numbers. Under the federal rules, When the party refuses to answer a question during the deposition, the questioning party may subsequently move to compel disclosure of the testimony that is sought. The court must determine the property of the court must determine the propriety of the deponent's objection to answer these questions, to answer the questions, and can order the deponent to provide improperly withheld answers during a continued deposition. Of course, the party objecting to discovery must carry the burden of proving the validity of the objections, particularly in the light of the broad liberal construction afford the federal discovery rules. John Wiley versus Sons Inc. versus Book Dog Books. For purposes of a deposition, the information sought need to be admissible at the trial if the discovery appears reasonably calculated to lead to discovery admissible evidence. The defendant cannot carry her burden of showing that the questions asked are not reasonable calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. This is the case which the sexual activities lie at the heart of the issue in dispute. As a result, it is hardly surprising to find that the discovery pertains to alleged adult sexual activities and questions about the sex and questions about such subjects are entirely proper. As they are relevant to a defense of substantial truth, mitigation, and damages, or impeach of the plaintiff. While discovery is not unlimited and may not necessarily be intrude into the private matters, in the instant case, inquiry into private matters is clearly relevant to the subject matter of the suit. Accordingly, plaintiff Misty Weber shall respond to the defendant's integrities concerning her sexual partners. Generally speaking, instructions from attorneys to their clients not to answer questions at a deposition should be limited to issue regarding privilege. In this case, the defense counsel ranged far beyond the normal perimeters of objections and sought to decide for himself what issues were relevant. That was improper, and the court should order a resumption of the defendant's deposition so that she can answer questions about her knowledge of sexual activity relating to Jeffrey Epstein. Conclusion: defendant should be ordered to sit for a follow-up deposition and directed to answer questions regarding her knowledge of alleged adult sexual activities. Respectfully submitted, Boyd Schiller and Flexner LLP, Fort Lauderdale, which would be that girl's lawyers. Showing Exhibit 4. Confidential videotape deposition of Ghislane Maxwell taken pursuant to subpoena was held at the law offices of Boyd Schiller and Flexner, 575 Lexington Avenue in New York, April 2016. Okay, let's see. This was all confidential, and then now it's not. I guess they asked her what was her job. She was tasked to answer the phones. Did you ever ask her to rub Jeffrey Epstein's feet? Objection to forming foundation. I believe that I had read that, but this is the same. This is the transcripts from the deposition that we just read. So let's go to Exhibit 6. There's another deposition here. I'm asking if they perform sexual acts. Object to the form and foundation. Did any of the massage therapists who were at the home perform sexual acts for Jeffrey Epstein? I don't know what you mean by sexual acts. This girl sound like Megan Thee Stallion. Sex? What do you mean to me, Tori, have sex? What is sex? Can you spell that? Did any of the massage therapists who were working at the home perform sexual acts, including touching the breast, touching the vaginal area, being touched while Jeffrey is masturbating, having intercourse, any of those things? Objection, form and foundation. To the extent of any of this is asking for to your knowledge, any consensual sex act that may or may not have involved you, I'm instructing you not to answer the question, is Ghislane. I'm not asking about consensual sex, counsel. I'm asking whether any of the massage therapists perform sexual acts for Mr. Epstein as I just described. I have never seen anybody have sexual intercourse with Jeffrey ever. Yo, bro. She never seen nobody ever have sex with this nigga, and they was a couple doing. Come on, bro. Yeah, that's why she got 20 years, because she never seen nothing. I'm not asking about sexual intercourse. I'm asking about any sexual act, touching of the breast. Did you ever see? Can you read back the question? Record read. I'm not addressing any questions about consensual adult sex. If you want to talk about what the subject matter, which is defamation and lying, Virginia Roberts, that you and Virginia Roberts are participating in perpetrating her lies, I'm happy to address those. I never saw any inappropriate underage activities with Jeffrey ever. I'm not asking about underage. I'm asking about whether any of the masseuses that were at the home performed sexual acts for Jeffrey Epstein. I have just answered that question. No, you haven't. I have. No, you haven't. Yes, I have. You are refusing to answer the question. Let's move on. I'm in charge of this deposition. I say when we move on and when we don't. You are here to respond to my questions. If you are refusing to answer the court, we will bring you back for another deposition to answer these questions. Do you understand that? You don't need to threaten the witness. I'm not threatening her. I'm making sure the record is clear. Certainly, you can apply to have someone come back, and the court may or may not have her come back again. Again, she is not answering questions that relate to adult consent, sexual acts, period. And that's what the instructions, and we came to take it up with the court. Mrs. Maxwell, are you aware of any sexual acts with masseuses and Jeffrey Epstein's that were non-consensual. Now, how do you know that? All the time that I have been in the house, I have never seen, heard, nor witnessed, nor have reported to me that any activities took place, that the people who were in distress either reported to me by the staff or anyone else. I base my answer based on that. Well, are you familiar with a person by the name of Annie Farmer? I am. Has Annie Farmer given a statement to the police about performing sexual acts on her? About you performing sexual acts on her? I have not heard that. Has Annie Farmer given a statement to the police about Jeffrey Epstein performing? Did you have sex with her? This is the same instruction about consensual or non-consensual. Was Emmy under the age of 18 when you hired her? No, I didn't hire her. As I said, Jeffrey did. Did Emmy ever have sex with Jeffrey? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. How would I know what somebody else did? She sounds like fucking Megan, boy. You weren't involved in the sex between Jeffrey, Emma, and yourself? Were you involved with the sex between Jeffrey, Emmy, and yourself? Everyone is talking over each other. You heard the question? Again, you know what the instruction is. If there's any consensual issue involved, I instruct you not to answer. Moving on. So, you are refusing to answer the question? I've been instructed by my lawyer. Did you ever have sex with Jeffrey, Emmy, Virginia, and yourself when Virginia was underage? Absolutely not. We've been going for about an hour. I would like to take a 5-minute break, please. I'm almost done. You are not going to allow us to take a break? As soon as I get through my line of questioning, which is perfectly appropriate. Did Emmy Taylor travel with you and Jeffrey Epstein to Europe? I'm sure she did. What is she doing today? I have no idea. Did you train Virginia on how to recruit other girls to perform sexual massages? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. No. And it's absurd. And an entire story is one of the giant tissues of lies. And furthermore, she herself has, if she says that, you have to ask her about what she did. Oh, okay. So does Jeffrey like to have his nipples pinched during sexual encounters? Objection to Foreman Foundation. I'm not referring to any advice on my counsel. I'm not talking about any adult sexual things when I was with him. When Jeffrey would have a massage, would he request that the masseuse pinch his nipples while he was having a massage? I'm not talking about anything with consensual adult situation. Okay, well, what about with underage? I'm not aware of anything. You not aware of Jeffrey? In your responsibilities and working for Jeffrey, would you book massages for him on any given day so that he would have a massage schedule? Would you take a call, for example, and book a massage for him? Objection to Foreman Foundation. You can answer. Typically, that was not my responsibility. He would either book the massage himself or one of his other assistants would do that. From time to time, you had to do that. Objection to the Foreman Foundation. Like I said, typically it was somebody else's responsibility. If you were unable to book a girl for a massage on any given day, would that mean that you were responsible for giving him a sexual massage? Objection to Foreman Foundation, and I instruct you. Don't answer those goddamn questions. Not to answer any questions about any of your consensual adult sexual activity. So you're not going to answer that question? You just heard my counsel, bitch. You just heard my counsel. Have you ever said to anybody that recruiting other girls to perform sexual massages for Jeffrey Epstein takes the pressure off of you? Objection to Foreman Foundation. Repeat the question and break it out. Have you ever said to anybody that you recruit girls? Stop right there. I've never recruited girls. Let's stop there. Now, break down the question. Have you ever said to anybody, by girls, we are talking about underage people? You say girls. Are you talking about underage? We are talking about consensual acts. This is a defamation suit. I can recollect having a male with them, but just so we are clear, the allegation that Clinton had a male on Jeffrey Island is 100% false. Oh, this is why her ass doing 20 years, bro. But he may have had a male on Jeffrey's plane. I'm sure he had a male on Jeffrey's plane. You don't know how many times he flew on Jeffrey's plane? I don't. Do you know Doug Band is? I do. How do you know him? He used to work or still works for Bill Clinton. Did you ever have a relationship with him? We are talking about adult consensual relationship. It's off the record. What? Wow. Wow. She was fucking Bill Clinton's man, and Jeffrey was her dude. Oh, bro. They was getting it in. I'm not asking what you did with him. I'm asking you if you ever had a relationship with him. If you understand the term relationship, certainly you can answer that. Define relationship. Somebody that you would have spent time together, either seeing them in a romantic relationship or you need to be. What do you mean by romantic? I was friends with Doug, but you are suggesting something more. So I want to be clear what you are actually asking me. You defined it. You said you were friends with him. If that's what you were, that's all I need to know. Got her. While you were on the trip with President Clinton, do you recall where you stayed at these locations? In other words, would you leave the jet and stay overnight at a hotel? Do you have a recollection of this trip? I recollect the trip, but if you're asking me where we stayed, you can see it's a very fast-paced trip. It was very tiring and confidential, forming foundation. I don't know why the name is, I'm sorry, I have no idea. I recognize the name, but that's it. Was Johanna Soberg a masseuse? Objection to the forming foundation. What are you asking me? I'm sorry. When Johanna Soberg worked for Jeffrey Epstein, did she perform massages? I have testified that Johanna originally she came to answer telephones. I believe at some point she became a masseuse. I don't recollect when, and I personally had massages from Johanna. What did Johanna do for Jeffrey Epstein? Did she perform massages? Anything else? Objection to the forming foundation. When she came, she answered phones at some point, I believe. I don't have any firm recollection, but I believe she went to school and she became a masseuse, and I had massages from her. Did you ever have any sexual interaction with her? Objection to the forming foundation. I'm going to instruct you, if you were talking about any consensual adult contact, you are not allowed to answer the question. Did you have any sexual contact with her in the presence of Jeffrey Epstein? Same instruction. Did you have any sexual contact with her in the presence of anybody other than Jeffrey Epstein? Same instruction. How many massages did you receive from Johanna? I really don't recall, but a fair amount. Did the massage involve sex? I'm going to instruct you not to answer that. Have you ever engaged in sex with any female? I'm going to instruct you not to answer that. I want the record to reflect that Ms. Maxwell's attorney is directing her not to answer these series of questions. It definitely does. Were you responsible for introducing a new sucker to Jeffrey Epstein? Objection to the forming foundation. I already testified that I don't really recall a new sucker. Were you responsible for introducing Johanna to Jeffrey Epstein? Objection to the forming foundation. Again, I don't like the characterization of introduction. Johanna came to answer telephones. When did you were the person who brought or introduced or met Johanna for purposes of bringing her to Jeffrey Epstein's home? Damn, they cut it right there? Or does it continue right here? Questions about people under the age of 18 at Epstein's home. You can answer. I have not any idea exactly of the youngest adult employee that I hired for Jeffrey Epstein. How wouldn't you know that if you hired him? When you say adult employee, did you ever hire someone that was under the age of 18? Never. Did you ever bring someone who was invite someone under the age of 18 to Jeffrey's home, any of his homes? Object to the forming foundation. Can you repeat the question? Did you ever invite anybody who was under the age of 18 to Jeffrey's homes? Same objections. I have a number of friends that have children and friends of mine that have kids, and in the invitation of my friends and their kids, I'm sure I may have invited some of my friends' kids to come. This lady, she will give Vlad a run for his money. This is how the dumb niggas that be on Vlad should be answering Vlad questions. If she was on Vlad, oh, buddy. Vlad will be asking for it. Oh, shit, damn it. Vlad will be asking for his fucking money back. Vlad will ask for his money back if he interviewed her. One second, y'all. My Instagram just ended. Can you repeat the question? Did you ever invite anybody? Oh, I read that part. All right. Or my friends can. Anybody that is not a friend of yours. Questions about me and the plaintiff and massages with the plaintiff. I'm not asking how she held herself out. I'm asking how she arrived at home. Did you meet her and invite her to come to the home, or how did she arrive there? Object to the form and foundation. Ms. Roberts held her to be a masseuse, and her mother drove her to the house. When did you first meet Virginia Roberts? I don't have a recollection of the first meeting. Do you recall meeting her at Mar-a-Lago? Like I said, I don't have a recollection of the meeting of meeting of Miss Roberts. So you recall Miss Roberts being brought to the home by her mother? Is that your testimony? That is my testimony, and that is the first time you met her. Like I said, I don't even recall meeting her the first time. I do remember her mother bringing her to the house. Are you a member at Mar-a-Lago? No. Have you ever visited Mar-a-Lago? Yes. Do you visit Mar-a-Lago? Did you visit Mar-a-Lago in the year 2000? I'm pretty sure I did. When Miss Roberts arrived at the home with her mother, what happened? I spoke to her mother outside the house, and what I don't recall is exactly what happened because I was talking to her mother she was in the house. Did you introduce Miss Roberts to Jeffrey Epstein? I don't recall how she actually met Mr. Epstein. As I said, I spoke to her mother the entire time outside the house. Did you walk Miss Roberts up to the stairs to location at the Palm Beach house to absolutely that took place? And I don't know, these fucking pages keep getting cut off. Absolutely everything that took place in that first meeting. She lied repeatedly, often, and is just an awful fantasist. So very difficult for anything to take place that she repeated because I was with her mother the entire time. So did you give a massage with Virginia Roberts and Mr. Epstein during the first time Virginia Roberts was at the West Palm Beach house? Object to the form and foundation. Yes or no? No. Have you ever given a massage with Virginia Roberts in the room and Jeffrey Epstein? Object to the form and foundation. No. Have you ever given Jeffrey Epstein a massage? Object to the form and foundation. I'm going to instruct you not to answer. Then we will be back here again. Have you ever given a massage to Epstein with a female that was under the age of 18? Can you repeat the question? Yes. Have you ever given a massage to Mr. Epstein with a female that was under the age of 18? No. Have you ever observed Mr. Epstein having a massage given by an individual, a female who was under the age of 18? No. Have you ever observed females under the age of 18 in the presence of Jeffrey Epstein at his home? Object to the form and foundation. Again, I have friends that have children. Just another one of Virginia's many fictitious lies and stories to make up this salacious event to get interest and press. It's absolute rubbish. Were you in charge of hiring individuals to provide massages for Jeffrey Epstein? My job included hiring many people. There were 6 homes. As I sit here, I hired assistants, I hired architects, I hired decorators, I hired cooks, I hired cleaners, I hired gardeners, I hired pool people, I hired pilots, I hired all sorts of people. Yo, come on, bro. This is why this lady's doing fucking 20 years, bro. She's pulling the Megan in the court. I would love to see her on Vlad. Vlad wouldn't get shit out of this woman. And of course, in a very small part of my job was from the time to time to find adult professional massage therapists for Jeffrey. When you say adult professional massage therapists, where did you find these massage therapists? From time to time, I would visit professional spas. I would receive a massage, and if the massage was good, I would ask that man or woman if they did home visits. This woman's so full of shit. Miss Maxwell, when did you first meet somebody name is still redacted? Objection to the form of I have no idea when I met her. Do you know how old she was when you met her? I have no idea how old she was when I met her. Is it possible that she was 13 years old when you first met her? Oh, shit. Object to the form and foundation. No wonder they got her name blocked out. Blank may have been in the house when Jeffrey was in the house. I have no idea how old she was. Wow. I understand she was with somebody. I'm asking if Blake was 13 years old when you first met her. I have no idea. Was she under 18 when you first met her? I have no idea how old she was when I first met her. Did she look like a child when you first met her? I don't remember what she looked like at the time when she was in the house. Wow, bro. This shit is disgusting, bro. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 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 I don't remember what she looked like at the time when she was in the house. How many years have you known her? I can only recall the last time I saw her. Wow. This woman, I would love for her to be on Vlad. This nigga will fucking get pissed off and kick her out the studio. This is what how y'all niggas supposed to be on Vlad. She more blacker than any of y'all. When was the first time you met her? Again, I just told you, I don't recall the first time I met her. Did Blank travel with you on Jeffrey planes? I wouldn't remember if Blank was on the plane or not. Wow. Yo, this woman is bugged out, yo. Did you ever have sex with her? No. Did you ever observe Jeffrey having sex with her? No. Were you aware that Jeffrey was having sexual contact with Blank when she was 13 years old? Object to the Foreman Foundation. I would be very shocked and surprised if that were true. Why they didn't air her shit on TV? I see why. Man, I see why she fucking guilty. Were you in the house when Blank was in the house in a private area with Jeffrey Epstein? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. Can you repeat the question? Were you ever in the Palm Beach house when Jeffrey Epstein was in the house with Blank? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. I already testified that I have met her and that she was there. Blank. So I don't understand what your question is asking. So you have never seen Blank. Object to the Foreman Foundation. Is that your testimony? I already said I don't recall all the times I've seen her, and I have no memory of that. Have you ever seen Blank in the house with Jeffrey Epstein? Object to the Foreman Foundation. I just told you I don't recall seeing her. Were you ever involved in an orgy with so-and-so? No, absolutely not. Can you tell me, do you know of an individual by the name of Nadia Markinkova? I do. How do you mean Nadia Markinkova? At some point, she was a friend of Jeffrey's, and I recall meeting her at some point. Did Jeffrey arrange for a visa for Nadia Markinkova? I don't know what Jeffrey did. I cannot testify what Jeffrey did. Was Nadia involved in sex with Jeffrey and other girls? Object to the Informant Foundation. Girls under the age of 18? Same objection. I have no idea. Was Nadia involved with sex with Jeffrey and girls over the age of 18? Same objection. I have no idea. Did Nadia recruit other girls for sex with Jeffrey? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. I have no idea. Do you still talk to Nadia? No. Is she a pilot? I have no idea. I'm asking whether any other massage therapist performed sexual acts for Mr. Epstein as I have just described. I have never seen anybody have sexual intercourse with Jeffrey ever. I don't know if y'all ever seen this goddamn HBO special or shit. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad. I'm not asking about sexual intercourse. I'm asking about any sexual act, touching of the breast. Did you ever see? Can you read back the question? I'm not addressing any questions about consensual adult sex. If you want to talk about what the subject matter is, which is the defamation and lying, Virginia Roberts, that you and Virginia Roberts are participating in perpetrating their lies, I'm happy to address those. I never saw any appropriate underage activities with Jeffrey ever. I'm not asking you about underage. I'm asking about whether any of the masseuses that were at the home performed sexual acts for Jeffrey Epstein. I have just answered the question. No, you haven't. I have. No, you haven't. Yes, I have. You are refusing to answer the question. Let's move on. I'm in charge of this deposition. I say when we move on, and we don't. And when we don't, you are here to respond to my questions. You are refusing to answer the questions of the court. Will bring you back for another deposition to answer these questions. Do you understand that? You don't need to threaten the witness. I'm not threatening her. I'm making it sure the record is clear. Certainly, you can apply to have someone come back and blah, blah, blah. I feel like if we see this. I read that. Okay. Did you ever instruct Virginia Roberts to have sex with Glenn? I've never instructed Virginia to have sex with anybody ever. How old was Eva Anderson when she met Jeffrey? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. I have no idea. Was she under the age of 18? Objection to the Foreman. I just testified. I have idea. I have idea when how old she was. You testified she was your friend. You don't know how old she was when she met Jeffrey. That happened sometime in the 70s. How would I know, or 80s? I have no idea. Can you testify to what your friends did 30 years ago? You don't ask the questions here, Miss Maxwell. What about Joanna Solberg? When did you first meet Joanna? I don't recall the exact date. Did you hire Joanna? I don't hire people. She came to work at the house to answer phones. How did she don't hire people when in the other part she said she hired everybody? She just said she hires tons of people, pool people, this person, this person. And now you just say, I don't hire people. This is why she got 20 years. This lady's just lying, bro. I just testified. I don't recall exactly when I met her. Was one of your job responsibilities to interview people that would be then hired for Jeffrey? That was one of my responsibilities. How you don't hire nobody then? Do you recall interviewing Joanna? I don't recall the exact interview. No. This woman is, she is Megan, the white Megan. The white Megan / the white Kelsey, all mixed in one. This is how Kelsey and Megan was fucking answering questions. Do you know what task Johanna was hired to perform? She was tasked to answer telephones. Did you ever ask her to rub Jeffrey Epstein's feet? I believe that I have read that, but I don't have any memory of it. Did you ever tell Joanna that she would get extra money if she provided Jeffrey massages? All right, we read that. This shit seems like it's repeating. Question about Miss Maxwell relationship with Epstein. You said you were in the home for very limited time. So averaging a year, for example, 2004, how many times would you have been in his Palm Beach home? Very hard for me to state, but very little. How about his New York home? Saying, were you his girlfriend in that year in 2004? Define what you mean by girlfriend. Hey, yo, come on, man. Were you in a relationship with him? Will you consider yourself his girlfriend? No. Did you ever consider yourself his girlfriend? That's a tricky question. What? Hey, yo, bro. Yo, this is crazy. What's a trick question if somebody asks you if a chick is your girl or not, or a guy is your man or not? How is that a trick question if you ever dated him? Did you ever consider yourself his girlfriend? That's a tricky question. There were times when I would have liked to think of myself as his girlfriend. Oh my God, bro. Yo, bro. Yo, bro. This shit right here. Oh, I would have been so annoyed sitting in this goddamn courtroom. When would that have been? Probably in the early 90s. First of all, I resent and despise the word recruit. Would you like to define what you mean by recruit and by girls? You mean underage people? I never had to do anything with underage people. So why don't you react the question in a way that I am able to answer it? I'm asking if you ever said that to anybody. So if you don't understand the word recruit and you never use the word, then the answer to that question would be no. I have no memory as I sit here today having used that word. Did you ever meet an underage girl in London to introduce her to Jeffrey to provide him with a massage? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. Run that past me one more time. Did you ever meet an underage girl in London to introduce her to Jeffrey to perform a massage? Are you asking me if I met anybody that was underage in London specifically to provide a massage to Jeffrey? Is that your question? Yes. No. Do you know Alexander Dixon is? I don't recall her right now. Do you know if, you know what, strike that. During the time that you were working for Jeffrey, did you ever observe any foreign females? So, in other words, not from the United States that were brought to Jeffrey home to perform massages. Objection to the Foreman Foundation's females? What age are we talking about? Any age. Can you repeat the question? During the time you were working for Jeffrey, did you ever observe any foreign females of any age that were at Jeffrey's home to perform a massage? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. Are you asking me if any foreigner, not an American person, gave Jeffrey a massage? Yes. Well, as I see it today, I can't think of anyone who was foreign. Certainly, I just can't think of anybody right this second. Hey, yo, come on, bro. Like, yo, get the fuck, yo, bro. Yo. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. I can't, bro. I can't, bro, with this lady, bro. We know the girl was fucking Prince Andrew, bro. Like, come on, bro. Stop, 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 bro. Stop. You mean to tell me, yo, did y'all watch the show yesterday? When I showed the flight log and how many times they like this woman is on the plane with him from different country to different country to different country to different country, different country, and they picking up people, and she told me she don't know if a foreigner ever came to Epstein's house, bro. Bro, I could show you 50 times right now on that flight log. 50 times, easy. How about any foreign girls who were under the age of 18? I already testified to not knowing anything about underage girls. Were there foreign girls who were brought to Jeffrey's home by John Luke Brunel for the purpose of providing massages? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. I'm not aware of John Luke bringing girls. I have not, no idea what you are talking about. You have never been around foreign girls who were under the age of 18 at Jeffrey Holmes. Objection to the Foreman Foundation. I already testified about not knowing about underage girls. Did you provide any assistance with obtaining visas for foreign girls that were under the age of 18? I never participated in helping people of any age to get visas. Was it Jeffrey's preference to start a massage with sex? Objection, Foreman Foundation. I think you should ask that question of Jeffrey. Do you know? I don't believe that was his preference. I think you have to understand a massage. Perhaps you are not very familiar with what a massage is. I am. And I don't need a lecture on a massage. I think you do. Yo, this woman here is reckless with the mouth, bro. She worse than Dame Dash. No question pending. She will ask another question now. Were you present on the island when Prince Andrew visited? Yes. How many times? I can only remember once. Yo, bro. Were there any girls under the age of 18 on the island during that one visit that you remember that were not family or friends of daughters of your friends? Objection, the Foreman Foundation. There were no girls on the island at all. No girls, no women other than the staff who work at the house. Girls meaning, I assume you're asking underage, but there was nobody female outside of the cooks and the cleaners. Yo, this lady is such a liar, bro. Like, what, she thought they wasn't going to show the fucking flight logs? Did you, as a part of your duties in working for Jeffrey, ever arrange for Virginia to have sex with John Luke Bruno? Objection, the Foreman Foundation. Just for the record, I have never at any time, at any place, at any moment ever asked Virginia Roberts or whatever she is called now to have sex with anybody. Did you ever provide Virginia Roberts with an outfit? and the outfit of sexual nature to wear for Les Wexner. God, another motherfucker? Yo, bro, they had these young girls. Yo, bro. This is crazy. I think we addressed the outfit issue. I'm asking you if you ever provided her with an outfit of a sexual nature to wear for Lex Wexner. Categorically, no. You did get that. I said categorically no. Don't worry. I'm paying attention. You seem very distracted in that moment. Do you mind if I take a break for the bathroom? It's 11:08, and we are going to go off the record now. The videographer, it is now 11:09. Questions about pictures of naked girls. People could use, just like you would use if you needed to go online and get something that people could use. Was that on your desk that you would use in your work capacity when you were at the house? It was a desk. It was a room. I didn't really use that computer. Were the images of naked girls, whether they be under the age of 18 or over the age of 18 on that computer? I have no recollection of any naked people on that computer when I was there in 2003. We are talking. What about from, let's say, 99 to 2003? No, I can't recollect any naked pictures. Why were their computers removed from the house before the search warrant was executed? Objection to the former foundation. I have no knowledge of anything like that. I mean, I've been to his, in the mid 90s, I would have communicated with people who worked for him. Have you communicated with Leslie Wexner about this case? No. Have you ever seen the topless female at any one of Jeffrey Epstein's properties? Objection to the Foreman Foundation. You have asked this question, by the way, early on today. Again, I testified that there are people who from time to time in the privacy of the swimming pool may have maybe taken a bikini top off or something, but it's not common. And certainly when I was at the house, I don't really recollect seeing that kind of activity. Have you ever smoked cigarettes? Yes. Have you ever smoked cigarettes with Virginia Roberts? I don't recall smoking cigarettes. Hey, yo, this lady here, bro. Plaintiff's unredacted reply in support of motion to compel defendant to answer deposition questions. All right. I'm going to stop right there for tonight, even though I still want to keep going. This shit is so fucking juicy, boy. I want to fucking keep going. Well, I tell you, there's so much here. Lord have mercy. We're going to be on this for a couple of days, weeks, probably. Oh, shit. Oh, this shit going to get real good. All right, I'm going to save this for the morning. Woo! Oh, shit, y'all. We about to see. Oh, shit. We about to hear some of the shit that they was doing. Are you saying these 30 girls are lying when they gave these reports to the police officers? 30 girls, bro. Oh, this shit is about to get real good. All right, we're going to start right here with the plaintiff's unredacted reply in support of motion. So this is the girl, Virginia Roberts, unredacted fucking shit that they was all had them doing, bro. Oh, shit. This shit, it looks crazy. All right, I'm going to come back. I say about 10 in the morning, 10 or 11 in the morning, East Coast time, and I'm going to get into this. All right? Y'all get y'all some rest. Catch me in the morning. All right? Make sure y'all say y'all prayers. Brush your teeth. Kiss the babies goodnight. Tell them Uncle Choke said goodnight. All right? Pray for the kids too. And remember, y'all, one who goes to bed with itchy butt, wake up with smelly finger. Okay? You remember that. You go to bed with itchy butt. You wake up with smelly finger. So you go and wash your ass now. Chop, chop your holy ass into the bathroom and take a shower. And you wash your culo. Okay? One who goes to bed with itchy butt, wake up with smelly finger. Joke, no joke. I'll catch y'all in the morning. Peace.
Choke, no joke. You already know. Y'all know I love that cooch. You know what this is. I love that cooch. Yeah. It's the A thing. Clean cooch. Let's go. Yo, what's up? My nuts when I wake up. Got more than wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Osley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D, her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eye, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it, for me to taste it. Red Lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. Up my nuts when I wake up. Got more than wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Osley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D, her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eye, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it, for me to taste it. Red Lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. This go out to all the PJs around the world. Either war.
Nah, way back.
Sound
Back.
Niggas and
Way
guns.
back.
Yeah, let's go. Joke, no joke. It's all the projects in the world. You ever been to a project barbecue? Yes, I have. Played the half. Extra hours for more cash. To go half on that coke and yak. Get to the block cause it get packed. Little babies, adults or crack. We feed them too, we don't pump like that. Plus it's like us, giving back. And they sales is the reason why we got so many packs of chicken. The hood not missing. Muslim said don't put pork on chicken. They got on Al about that, they thought he didn't listen. He wasn't been touched from them government missions. But they forget that when they bite that chicken, this is when the players get knocked, cause it's hot out. The sexy show out, glowing with the back glass on the mouth. She see you with the next chick, then she them out. Hustlers them out, just for nothing. Bustin' for attention, just dumbin'. Cause we know y'all ain't bustin' nothing. You ever been to a project barbecue? Kiss sprinklers, deep thinkers, playing chess, hot heads on your left, blowing gas. My Puerto Ricans playing handball, Miguel and Heck on the court. Niggas wanna be like Mike. Life's a box of chocolates, you're riding the pipe, playing the bench, kids on the fence, watching Popo, chase Prince. Don't dismiss your brethren for dumb shit. Keep it gangster, no shit where you live. 12-1 right up in your crib. You never been nowhere, where else could you live? What's that? That's Gangster Boo coming through, throwing it up, fucking his muffler up, scraping the concrete with Willie's so sweet. He got his scores by the chief of police from 233rd, Laconia to Gun Hill Road. Got knocked, didn't tell like Joe.
Very.
Oh yeah, my man had to come through and make sure it went through. Y'all niggas is in trouble. Choke no joke, I ain't no joke, the mixtape. We here now, you already know. Let's go. Choke chillin', got away from them billin'. Ain't shit really changed though, I'm still that villain. I'm making money with rhyme, fuck black on black crime. Beef and money don't mix, like Muslims and swine. I'm talking milk, penicillin, y'all be illin'. Y'all be thinking y'all killers, with your screw face grillin'. Kick that bullshit to me, y'all be wet though like Bruce Lee. And Brandon and Hearst on the highway to heaven. Man, you making mad threats and stuck in one section. I'm OBP like Naughty, making connections. Talking under your breath, get you something you don't need. 2 fully loaded Max, filled up with heat. Nigga, you sweeter than 30 days for a body. Pop shit to these niggas, see me walk by me. But I ain't looking for no beef, I don't eat bologna. But I bring a whole cow if you run up on me. Shiesty, try me and hype me to peel your wig back like 10 cent icy. Bring it, stop bluffing, I got your threats, they mean nothing. I respond like Bond, I come through, I'm bombing. Playing bodegas, flipping Montega. You tan in the Jacks, I tan in Jamaica. Faker, wouldn't bust if he raped ya. Your chick out blazed her, hit it like Jada. While you blew up a pager, had to breathe like Vader. Your star at war, with the lightsaber. I'm here to lyrically tear your red, nigga, you a spear. I jack you up, now you out of here. Throw me on the 600. Now fucking nigga hum it. Blowing down 8th Ave with a bad bitch blunted. I take it there. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it with no joke. Who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Have y'all niggas feeling it like Jay-Z. no joke, who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Bronx King like the LORDFINESSE. And that bullshit y'all do, y'all niggas don't stress me. Oh yeah, and you already know, either war what it is. Choke, no joke, I ain't no joke. The mixtape, we here now. Choke, no joke, you know what it is. Let's go, let's go. I inspire y'all to all want more. Don't listen to these fakes and these frauds. They don't own cars with Lamborghini doors. When high show cut, it's back to the store. I was born in the Jackson, this shit was hell. The place where I saw soldiers fall. Some simply for nothing at all. Some cause they lived on the other side of the wall. Now this might sound crazy, love what the hood made me. Poverty made me far from lazy. This ain't the place you wanna raise your babies. Young girls out here thinking they lazy. Stones powdered white, they brain all hazy. Ask them what they wanna be, they look at you crazy. These young cats out here looking all angry. I was just like them, sometimes the music made me act other than myself, no influence lately. Cause behind the scenes, they not living greatly. And I found out that most of these cats never sold gas or the penitentiary. Let's go. I inspire y'all to all want more. Don't listen to the face and the frauds. They don't own cars and Lamborghini doors. The hype young cut is back in the store. I inspire y'all to all want more. Don't listen to the face and the frauds. They don't own cars and Lamborghini doors. The hype young cut is back in the store. They not selling drugs, they really not thugs. If they was, where are the slugs? Do you see them when you cop your drugs? Pulling up with S&B in the front? Nah, it's not what they got, it's what they want. In the jungle, we all on the hunt. It's chemical. It's chemical beats. You know what it is.
Choke, no joke. Good night, y'all. Catch y'all in the morning. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all right? It's starting to get undressed. Get out of here. Go to bed. Shit. Put your pajamas on, too. Shit.